It's another busy weekend of non-conference action, and we've got your preview in this week's NCHC Morning Skate, powered by the Rink Live. A top 15 battle in upstate New York is the main event this week as number 11 and 12 Minnesota Duluth visits number 11 and 12 Cornell on Friday and Saturday. The Bulldogs are undefeated through 5 games, going 3-0-2. Last week, UMD swept a home-and-home series from Bemidji State, winning 4-0 at home and 5-4 in overtime in Bemidji. NCHC co-goaltender of the week Zach Staskell backstopped both wins. He earned his first collegiate shutout on Friday with 23 saves. Freshman Matthew Perkins was the NCHC Rookie of the Week with a 3-point effort, including his first collegiate goal in the same game. These two teams played a year ago in Duluth, with the Bulldogs sweeping the series. These will be Cornell's first games of the season.
It'll be a great test because we're going to see a different style, but a style that we're going to see a little bit in our league too. Teams that can play fast, teams that can play hard, teams that are heavier, and they're a big team. So we'll see how we handle it, right? We'll see how we handle it.
Also this week, number 2 Denver returns to Magnus Arena after a trip out east to host Augustana of the CCHA and Air Force of Atlantic Hockey for its home opener. The Pioneers split their weekend in New England, losing to then number 10 Providence 4-3 on Friday before beating then number 3 Boston College by the same score on Saturday. Freshman Boston Buckberger was a standout for the Pios. He had a pair of assists over the weekend and finished +1. Buckberger now has points in 3 of his first 4 games at DU. For his efforts, he was named the NCHC Defenseman of the Week. This will be the first ever meeting between DU and fledgling Augustana, which is playing its first season of Division I hockey. The Pios are no stranger to in-state rival Air Force. 2 years ago, DU swept a home-and-home series from the Falcons, winning by a combined total of 12-1. Number 4 North Dakota is at home again this weekend, entertaining Minnesota State of the CCHA. The Fighting Hawks split a home series with old rival and top-ranked Minnesota last weekend. After bowing to the Gophers 4-0 in the series opener, UND pulled out a 2-1 win, with freshman Jake Livanovich providing the winner in the first minute of the third. Senior Ludwig Persson earned his second straight Goaltender of the Week honor, making 49 saves for the series and posting a .925 save percentage. UND and Minnesota State are facing off for the first time since the 2019-20 season. In that series in Mankato, the two teams tied 4-4 before the Mavericks pulled out a 1-goal win. There's another top 20 showdown this weekend as number 20 Omaha hosts number 15 and 16 Ohio State of the Big Ten. The Mavericks were idle last week, but still moved into the national rankings for the first time this season. They're coming off a sweep of visiting Niagara 2 weeks ago. Sophomore defenseman Joe LeMay earned NCHC Defenseman of the Week for his work in that series. He had 2 goals, including a game winner and an assist. Omaha comes into the series tied for the NCHC lead with an average of 5 goals a game, while it's tops in the conference with a team goals against of 1. The last meeting of the two teams came in October of 2019 when they split a series in Columbus, with each team winning by a goal. Miami is back at Steve Cady Arena this weekend to host future NCHC foe number 13 and 16 Arizona State. Like Omaha, the Redhawks were off last weekend. They last played on October 13th and 14th, sweeping a series from Canisius of Atlantic Hockey. Matthew Barbellini leads Miami with 6 points and 3 goals, while both Artur Taransky and John Waldron have 5 points each. The Redhawks are off to a 3-1 start. These will be the first ever meetings between the Redhawks and the Sun Devils, who have started the season 4-0. Our final series of the weekend has Colorado College facing 2 foes, swapping opponents with Denver. On Friday, the Tigers will play crosstown rival Air Force at the Academy with a Pikes Peak trophy at stake. On Saturday, they're back at Robeson Arena to host newcomer Augustana. CC swept visiting Long Island 4-2 and 3-2 last weekend to improve its record to 4-0, its best start since the 2011-12 season. 7 different Tigers scored a goal in the sweep. Sophomore Caden Mbarico was in goal for both wins, making 40 saves in the 2 games. Last year, when the Tigers met Air Force, they split their annual series with the home team winning each night. That was enough for CC to win its 4th straight Pikes Peak trophy. Friday will be their only meeting this season. Saturday will mark the first ever meeting between CC and Augie. Rounding out the weekly award winners from last week, Sam Colangelo of Idle Western Michigan was the NCHC Forward of the Week. The transfer from Northeastern had 4 goals and 5 points as the 10th-ranked Broncos swept rival Bowling Green last weekend. He registered his first collegiate hat trick and had an assist in Saturday's 5-2 win over the Falcons. Let's review the schedule one final time. 6 of the NCHC's 8 teams are in action this week, with 4 hosting 2 games each. Colorado College will be at home on Saturday, while only Minnesota Duluth is on the road for both games. Watch every NCHC home game live on nchc.tv and keep up to date with all the action this weekend at nchchockey.com. The final weekend in October features some great series, and now you're ready for all of it. Thanks for watching the NCHC Morning Skate, powered by the Rink Live.